Only the nice guy. Chapter 1: Always Too Kind. Ethan was the kind of man everyone liked, but few truly saw. He held doors open for strangers, gave up his seat on crowded buses, and remembered birthdays most people forgot. His friends joked that he was too nice for his own good, but Ethan didn't see it that way. He believed kindness was its own reward, even if it didn't bring him love or success. Yet as the years went by, Ethan's patience was tested. He'd fallen for women who used his warmth to heal from their heartbreaks, only to leave him for someone taller, wealthier, or more exciting. He would smile through the pain, wish them happiness, and convince himself it was enough to have helped. But when he got home, the quiet of his apartment would crush him like gravity. Still, Ethan never let bitterness take root. He volunteered at the community center, mentored neighborhood kids, and always showed up for the people he cared about. His friends told him to toughen up, but Ethan believed that love, real love, would one day recognize him. Chapter 2: Lessons in Loneliness. The next few years were a slow parade of almosts. One woman adored his heart but said he was too gentle. Another wanted adventure, not stability. Each time he hoped for something real, life handed him another reminder that nice guys, no matter how genuine, often finished last. Ethan watched as his friends paired off, moved in together, and posted engagement photos. He smiled for them, though his heart quietly fractured a little more with every announcement. Nights became long, silent stretches where he replayed every word, every laugh, every goodbye. But amid the heartbreak, Ethan grew. He poured his loneliness into his art, painting, writing, fixing up old furniture he found discarded on curbs. He turned broken things into something beautiful, even if he couldn't yet do that for himself. And through it all, he held onto one unshakable belief, that love wasn't about winning. It was about giving, and someday, someone would give it back. Chapter 3: A Chance Encounter. It happened on an ordinary afternoon in a coffee shop. Ethan was sketching by the window when she walked in, Elena. Her laughter wasn't loud, but it filled the room like sunlight through dusty glass. She ordered a tea and sat across from him, lost in a notebook of her own. When she caught him glancing up, she smiled shyly. "Are you an artist?" she asked. "Trying to be," Ethan replied, laughing softly. "You?" "A writer," she said. "Trying to be." From that moment, the world seemed to shift. They talked for hours about dreams, fears, and the quiet ache of trying to be good in a world that rewards the loudest. Ethan found her kindness familiar, honest, unpolished, and real. When they said goodbye, Elena handed him a small folded paper. "A quote I love," she said. He opened it when she left. It read, "The gentle don't always lose. They just wait for the storm to pass." Chapter 4: Two Hearts Alike. Over the next months, Ethan and Elena became inseparable. They went on long walks through the park, traded stories of heartbreak and hope, and found beauty in simplicity, cooking dinner together, watching old movies, rescuing a stray cat they named Clover. For the first time, Ethan felt truly seen. Elena admired his softness instead of mistaking it for weakness. She said she loved that he noticed things others didn't, like the way the sunlight bent through rain clouds or how people's eyes changed when they were about to laugh. Ethan, in turn, was captivated by her warmth. Elena didn't just listen, she understood. She had also been overlooked, replaced, underestimated. Together, they healed pieces of each other's pasts with every smile and touch. But deep inside, Ethan still feared it wouldn't last. Life had a cruel sense of irony, and he'd been the good guy too many times to believe in happy endings. Chapter 5: The Shadow of Doubt. It started with whispers, friends saying Elena had been seen talking with a man at her work, someone charming and well-dressed. Ethan brushed it off at first. Trust was sacred to him. But then he saw it for himself, a sleek black car, a handsome man holding the door open for her, laughter that cut into him like glass. That night, Ethan couldn't sleep. He sat by the window, staring at the city lights, his heart twisting in painful déjà vu. Not again, he thought. He couldn't bear to lose her to another man with better timing or deeper pockets. When he asked her about it, she smiled sadly. "He's just a friend, Ethan. Please trust me." He wanted to, but the fear had already taken hold. He felt small, powerless, the same helplessness that came every time he'd been left behind. And when she didn't answer his call the next evening, that fear became a storm. Chapter 6: The Goodbye That Wasn't. The next morning, Ethan went to her apartment. The door was unlocked, and her things were gone. A note sat on the counter. "Ethan, please don't think badly of me. I need to do this. You deserve more than heartbreak." He sank to the floor, his heart shattering in slow motion. The next days blurred together, work, sleep, silence. He stopped painting. Stopped answering calls. Even Clover, their cat, seemed to sense his despair, curling up on his chest as if to guard what was left of his soul. Ethan's world dimmed. He replayed every moment, every laugh, wondering if he had imagined their love entirely. Maybe he really was destined to always finish last. Maybe kindness was a curse disguised as virtue. Chapter 7: The Return. Weeks later, a knock broke the silence. Ethan opened the door and froze. Elena stood there, teary-eyed, holding a small suitcase. "Ethan," she whispered, "I'm sorry I left." He couldn't speak. "I had to see for myself," she continued. "That man, he offered me everything I thought I wanted: money, travel, excitement. But when I looked at him, all I could think of was you. The way you look at people when they talk. The way you love without keeping score. I realized something that night." She stepped closer, placing her hand over his heart. "I don't want perfect. I want real. I want you." Tears welled in Ethan's eyes. He pulled her close, the silence between them heavy with everything words couldn't express. Chapter 8: Happily Ever After. Life didn't magically fix itself overnight, but it began to feel brighter again. Ethan and Elena rebuilt their world piece by piece, painting together, volunteering, and adopting another stray cat, this one they named Hope. When they married in a small garden surrounded by friends, Ethan looked into her eyes and finally understood something: nice guys don't finish last, they just take the scenic route to forever. That night, as they danced under soft lights, Elena whispered against his ear, "You were right to wait. The world needed you to stay kind, so I could find you." Ethan smiled, holding her close. For the first time in his life, he didn't feel like the nice guy who finished last. He felt like the man who finally found his home. Years later, as the sun set outside their small house, Ethan watched Elena reading on the porch. Clover and Hope slept at her feet. He smiled quietly, realizing something profound. The world often mistakes kindness for weakness, but sometimes, it's the strongest thing a person can be. And in that strength, love finally found its way home. The end.